5 Minutes with Max is filmed before a live studio audience.
What's up, Hill City youth? Are you guys having a good summer? I am.
I am too, Max!
Are you ready to get down and dirty with some OT history?
I'm so
If
ready!
you guys didn't know, OT is Old Testament. So here we go. We're going to get started. As we move forward, we're going to start hitting some major points and maybe talk a little bit more. But for now, let's just get through it nice and quick. So, first, God created the universe. Bang! Then, the light and the dark, the water and the land, the fish and the birds, and then some land animals. Then there were some humans named Adam and Eve, if you haven't heard of them. Eve decided to follow a snake and got tricked into eating some forbidden fruit.
Boo!
Then Adam said, "That looks good," and ate the fruit as well. Guess what? God wasn't super happy with them, and he kind of gave them the boot from paradise. And he said, "Get out. No more Garden of Eden for Adam and Eve." But then Adam and Eve decided to, plant some things, raise some animals, and fend for themselves. In doing so, they also had two children named Cain and Abel, two sons. Cain was kind of angry at Abel because Abel was able to sell goats to God. Well, not really sell, but sacrifice goats to God. And all Cain had was some plants.
Wah, wah.
Cain was so angry that he killed Abel.
No!
After Abel was killed, Adam and Eve had a son named Seth. Okay, we're going to get to some lineage now. We're going to talk about how you get from Adam all the way to Noah. But here's the deal. I'm going to be saying the first son only in the bloodline for each person that would carry it on. And I get to say their age as
How
well.
old were they, Max?
Real old. Here we go. Adam lived to be 930 years old. Adam's son Seth had a son named Enosh. Seth lived to be 912 years old. Enosh had a son named Kenan. Enosh lived to be 905 years old. Kenan had a son named Mahalalel. Kenan lived to be 910 years old. Mahalalel had a son named Jared. Mahalalel lived to be 895 years old. And if you guys can come to me in the fall and say Mahalalel, I'll give you something. Now, Jared had a son named Enoch, and Jared lived to be 962 years old. Enoch had a son named Methuselah. Enoch only lived to be 365 years old, and it was mentioned that he was taken away to God because of his continuous walk with God and his faithful walk.
Lucky!
Methuselah had a son named Lamech. Methuselah lived to be 969 years old. Lamech had a son named Noah, and Lamech lived to be 770 years old. Now we're on to Noah. Now Noah was probably the only human left that continued to walk with God.
He
It even
sounds
says
nice.
so within the Bible. God told him to build an ark in preparation for a storm that was to come. Animals came marching 2 by 2 once the boat was completed.
Were there ants?
So many ants.
The ants come marching 2 by 2, hurrah!
It rained for 40 days and nights. Then there was even a bird and a branch to signify that the land had dried up.
Yay!
They parked the boat and got off, and God promised that he would never destroy humanity like that again. We'll see you next week, and we'll get to talk about Abram.